Back in the days, Tycoons were pretty fun, especially those two-player ones. But the only problem was, once you finish them, there's nothing left to do. And I want to fix that problem by making it infinite. So you can pretty much buy infinite floors until something goes wrong with Roblox, or you just become too rich. But since I haven't posted in a while, I'm only giving myself 2 days to finish this game. Now of course, I had to make the game about ducks. So it's gonna be an infinite duck tycoon. I drew this layout of how I want the tycoon to be. And instead of having boring conveyors, I wanted the ducks to flow through this stream, even though they're secretly conveyors. But you won't know that. This is gonna be a basic duck. I'll also have variants like golden duck, giant duck, and ducksy duck. I got to work by making the water stream where the ducks will flow into the selling area. And then I made simple working buttons that are gonna spawn droppers. Well, they didn't do that yet because I didn't make the droppers. So I didn't really know what I want to do for the droppers. But then I thought, why not make them ducks as well? And this is what I made. Now I also needed the ducks to drop out of the dropper. So I decided to make the beak a bit longer, maybe not that long, so that they could drop out of it. I got the first one working by making it spawn ducks. And then I did the same for all the other 4. But as you can see, there's one missing right there. So I decided to add another duck. And that duck is a YouTube duck. Yeah, I ran out of ideas. But that's fine because we have all 6 droppers working. And it's time to add some decorations. I found this random tree model I had. So I placed a bunch of them around and I made a button to unlock them. And just like that, when you walk near the button and step on it, it'll spawn all the trees. And I did the same thing for these fences right here, which are a little more expensive. Finally, I added some grass and rocks, and this is what the final plot looks like. But now comes the hard part, making it infinite. I started by making the stairs to go to the next floor. So the buttons for the stairs and the floor are gonna be separate, and the top floor will pretty much be the same as the bottom one. And it's just gonna repeat until you can't buy anymore. I also added these pillars so it doesn't just look like it's floating. And since there weren't that many buttons in the game, I decided to add a bubble upgrade, which gives a 1.5 times value boost. And now if we go ahead and play the game, you can see I already got the multiple floors working. And I also had some effects for the selling, and when the ducks swim through the bubble upgrade, their value goes up by 50%. So the game was looking pretty good, but it was missing a map and a bunch of sound effects as well as music. So let's start with the map. I made it pretty small so you don't have to walk around much, and there's gonna be 4 plots. I also added a sign that shows your name so you know which plot is yours. And yeah, I added a statue to each floor to remind you to subscribe. Now I know the game doesn't have much, so I decided to add another thing, leaderboards. The first one was for the most cash, and the second one is for playtime. Now moving on from the map, I added some cash UI so you can actually see how much cash you have. Now for the best part, sound effects and music. This really changed the game and it just made it way more fun. Now I can't really play the original music I used in the game, so I'm just gonna edit in another song that sounds similar to it, if I can find one. So first of all, each time a duck spawns, it plays a quack sound. And when they get sold, it plays a sell sound. And these by themselves already change the game a lot. I also reduced the cash particles because once you get to higher floors, there's gonna be a lot of them, since it's based off the price. So the higher the price, the more particles you'll see. The game was honestly kind of fun for a tycoon, and I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, and there's also this buying sound whenever you step on a button, which is also really satisfying. And I also forgot to mention that the prices of the stuff increase as you go to higher floors. This is of course to make it so that it's not too easy to progress, and it's also kind of challenging. And usually with these videos, I don't add save data because it takes a lot of time to make these games, but this time I actually have save data in this game. The only problem is, well, if you get too many floors, it might break and not save your stuff. But that's fine, because it's just for fun anyways. If you like this game, join my Discord server and let me know how many floors you reached. But that's it for this video. I really enjoyed making this game, and if you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments. Bye bye!